Our planet is a world of wonders, a delicate tapestry of interconnected systems. Humanity has long looked to the oceans with awe and mystery. These vast bodies of water are alive with forces that shape our world. The Gulf Stream, part of the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC, is a vital ocean current. This oceanic heartbeat drives warmth and life across the globe, a silent guardian of our climate. It has gifted Western Europe with a milder climate, turning lands that should be frozen into green and pleasant places. But now, this life-giving current is showing signs of weakness. The steady rhythm that has defined our climate is becoming erratic, with profound implications. The warmth Europe has taken for granted is under threat, and the stability of the global climate hangs in the balance. The weakening of the AMOC is a measured reality, pushing this critical system closer to a tipping point. Understanding this great ocean current and what its weakening means for all of us has never been more important. It is a journey we must all take, for the future of our world depends upon it. To understand what is at stake, we must first look at how this magnificent system works. Imagine a giant conveyor belt stretching the length of the Atlantic Ocean. This is the AMOC. It begins in the warm waters of the tropics, with the Gulf Stream acting like a river of warm, salty water flowing northwards. As it travels, it carries immense heat, warming the air above and bringing balmy breezes to coastlines. Near Greenland and Iceland, the water cools, becomes denser, and sinks, driving the entire system. This sinking process is the engine of the system, keeping the conveyor belt moving. The cold water travels back southwards in the deep ocean, eventually warming and rising to the surface to begin the cycle again. However, this delicate process is now being disrupted by the melting Greenland ice sheet. Fresh water is pouring into the North Atlantic, forming a lighter layer on the surface and preventing the warm, salty water from sinking efficiently. This is clogging the engine of the great ocean conveyor, slowing the entire system down. The implications of this disruption are profound and far-reaching. The idea of the Gulf Stream slowing down is no longer a distant forecast. It is a present-day reality. Scientists have gathered undeniable evidence of the AMOC weakening by an estimated 15% since the mid-20th century. This slowdown is unprecedented in at least the last 1,000 years. Recent studies have identified clear early warning signs, including a growing cold blob in the North Atlantic. This cold spot is a direct fingerprint of a weaker Gulf Stream. Less warm water is reaching this region, leaving a cold spot in its wake. Subtle changes in salinity and temperature patterns suggest the AMOC is losing its resilience. It is approaching a critical threshold, a tipping point. The consensus among climate scientists is that this slowdown is driven by the influx of fresh water from melting Greenland ice. The more we warm the planet, the more ice melts, disrupting this vital ocean current. The warning signs are no longer subtle. The ocean is sending us a clear message. The time to listen and act is running out far more quickly than we previously thought. The pressing question is no longer if the AMOC will reach a tipping point, but when. A tipping point could shift the system into a much weaker state. Scientific models suggest an AMOC collapse could occur within this century under a high emissions scenario. Some models suggest a tipping point could be crossed as early as 2040. In a medium emissions scenario, the risk is delayed but not eliminated. A low emissions scenario, achieving net zero by 2050, could avoid crossing the tipping point. The future is not yet written. The timeline for this potential catastrophe is in our hands. It is a direct consequence of the energy and policy choices we make today. If the AMOC were to collapse, the consequences would be swift and severe. Western Europe would face a much colder reality, with average winter temperatures dropping significantly. This sudden cooling would devastate agricultural systems, leading to widespread crop failures and a crisis in food security. The The economic costs would be astronomical, affecting industries from agriculture to tourism. The eastern coast of the United States would face a rapid rise in sea levels, leading to more frequent and severe coastal flooding. The collapse of the AMOC would also supercharge the weather, leading to more frequent and powerful winter storms in Europe. The delicate balance of our weather systems would be broken, leading to a new era of climatic chaos. The recovery from such a state would not be quick. Scientists believe that once collapsed, the AMOC could take centuries to restart. The implications of an AMOC collapse are profound and far-reaching. The shutdown of the Atlantic conveyor belt would set off a chain reaction of climatic changes globally. Tropical rainfall belts would shift, causing severe droughts in the Amazon and regions like West Africa and South Asia. This would lead to catastrophic droughts and famine, affecting hundreds of millions of people. Meanwhile, increased precipitation and flooding would occur in places like Brazil. The collapse of one major circulatory system could destabilize others, leading to a cascade of planetary changes. Mass migrations would likely occur, placing strain on resources and leading to geopolitical instability. The interconnected global economy would fracture as supply chains break down. The cost of adapting to such a radically altered world would be staggering. The collapse of the AMOC is not just a climate story, it is a story about human civilization and its vulnerability. An AMOC collapse would threaten to unravel the web of life that depends on a stable climate. Marine ecosystems in the North Atlantic would suffer, with plankton populations crashing and affecting the entire food chain. Commercial fisheries would be decimated, leading to economic disaster for coastal communities. On land, rapid climate shifts would devastate wildlife, leading to local extinctions and a dramatic loss of biodiversity. The stability of our societies is built upon the stability of the planet's ecosystems. The loss of biodiversity and the collapse of ecosystems are central to the crisis we face. The collapse of the Gulf Stream system is not yet inevitable. The future is not set in stone. The power to steer our planet away from this precipice lies within our hands. Cutting greenhouse gas emissions rapidly and decisively is crucial. Achieving net zero emissions by 2050 is our best line of defense. This requires a monumental effort from every nation, industry, and individual. Alongside cutting emissions, we must invest in understanding the planet and improving ocean monitoring systems. Knowledge is our most powerful tool for building resilience. Some discuss geoengineering as a last resort, but these ideas are fraught with risks. Our focus must remain on stopping the pollution that is warming our world. The path to securing our future is through responsible stewardship. The story of the Gulf Stream is a powerful symbol of our time. It serves as a stark warning of the consequences of a changing climate. We are the first generation to fully understand the damage we are doing, and may be the last with the chance to act. The choices we make in this decade will determine the kind of world we leave for future generations. This is not a time for despair, but for determination. Every action that reduces our carbon footprint contributes to the solution. Humanity has proven capable of extraordinary things when united. The systems that support us, like the great ocean currents, are a precious inheritance. The fate of the Gulf Stream is not yet sealed. Its future depends on our wisdom and willingness to work together. Let us choose a future